Rolling.
I'll introduce you.
Okay.
Is it good?
Good.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate it. It's a three very special guests that we have today. Dr. Arnon Palty, one of Israel's most prominent multi-instrumentalist, musician, composer, and educator. He is a professor at the Jerusalem Academy of Music and Dance in Israel, where he serves as Dean of the Cross-Disciplinary Music Faculty. So, everybody.
It's always an honor to be here with my friends, with you guys. You're my friends too. And I will try to tackle some problems. Ear-training is it's a huge thing. Let me just share it with you. We study instruments personally. We go and study, alto saxophone with a teacher, right? And you go home, practice stuff, you come back with an amazing, either partial solo or one that you've invented along the line. And this is like a personal thing. That means that the teacher has some means of knowing where you are at. Now, I think that, in a different world, ear-training would have been taught privately, okay? Because this is like an instrument. It's like an inner thing. And it's very, very personal because each one of you guys here something that someone else doesn't. Okay, it's a very personal thing. Okay, so it's very hard to find common points that are shared with everyone. Okay, so this is problem number one, you can say. But the thing is that there are some ways of bypassing it. Because this is like a well-known problem. Every time as a dean, I had the chance to talk about it with all, the other deans, and everybody was like, exactly, and that, But it's just one of those things that you cannot commit because it's going to be too expensive to have, it's non-practical, okay? Because, you'll have to have a bunch of teachers doing this because there are so many people, and this is normal for bass, drums, whatever instrument. This is like a norm. We know that, but for some reason the tradition of ear-training goes way back, and it always had been taught just like harmony class or classical harmony, counterpoint. Just normal, trend of just going, getting together in a big class and studying it. Okay. So I think that the main thing is just to focus on what you have to do and just ignore what's going on and just be very, very channeled into, the problem that we have to solve. And I think that, thinking outside of the box helps a lot. Okay, there is a routine. Solfege could be either Berklee, that's like a traditional book, or modus novus or modus vetus. That's like what everyone is using. Okay, that's like it's not only Berklee, it's everywhere, worldwide. This is like standard. Okay, it can be in Kenya. Okay. Or in Mozambique. It doesn't matter. This is like stuff that everyone is using. Okay. Some stuff that nobody is using is whatever you invent. Okay. Stuff that is actually stuff. Okay, I need to work on this. How can I do that? So this is one thing in ear-training that we have to be very, very inventive. Okay, and creative. And to focus on what we have difficulty with, and lemonade, that thing, we just have to do that, okay? One thing is, I believe, I'm doing this. This is like the 5th or 6th time that I'm here. Thanks so much, being honored. And there are some things that we can actually use that are out of the box. You won't find it unless my book is going to be published, hopefully in Berklee Press, and then everyone can enjoy it or suffer, or both. And what I offer is using 17. Last time it was 15, but 2 more had been added to the pool. So I'm talking about major 7 chords, minor 7 chords, 17 types. Okay, I'll just play it for you. Okay, and if you have, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, don't hesitate to, stop me. It's very important that you understand what I'm talking about. So I'll just do it in C. Okay, that will be the first one that we're using. Major 7, right? And the thing is that each one of these chords has its own personality. It's like going to the zoo. Okay, this is a zebra because it's like a horse with, wearing pajamas, right? Okay, or this is giraffe. It's like a horse with a huge neck, okay, etc. Or this is a monkey. It looks like me, okay? Okay, this is like, it's typical and it's very, very specific. Okay, major 7 is that. It could be this too. Or. So we have to get friendly with the sound. Okay? And there are ways, and we'll get it. Okay? Number 2 would be 6. Okay? And 7. 7. Okay. Now, parallel. Everything minor. Okay. Minor major. Minor 7. And 6. Okay. Now we have 2 guys with a flat 5. Okay, one of them is a major 7. It's like medium. The one is with a flat 7. A bunch of scales. Okay, we'll talk about connecting it with scales later, sooner, but later. It could be a lot of stuff. Okay, it could be alto, it could be whole tone. Okay, it could be leading flat 7. Okay, and this is like knowledge combined. Okay, we gotta know stuff because this is like we'll talk about it in a sec. We have to know what's going on. Okay, we have to know intervals really good, and we have to identify not only the quality or the timbre of the chord, but also the affiliation. Okay, what kind of scale represents or produced by, okay? They go together. There is a sync, okay? Okay. So we have also augmented, two guys with augmented 5. So the nice one will be, okay, basically, people use it for a hip major 7 instead of, it will be, Okay, then we have three types of diminished chords. One would be just, the fully diminished chord that you like, it's symmetrical. This guy has a lot of functional traits. Okay, one is just, being one. Dominant chord, so we have one that goes down also. Descending, diminished. It's actually just a inversion of 5, 6, 1. Okay, because E flat diminished will be 1. C diminished. And we have half diminished. Just producing them. Okay, these are like types, like people. I mean, I think that you have like 3,000-4,000 people as friends on Facebook or Instagram or whatever you use. So these are only 17, and they are real friends. Okay, I mean they're useful. I mean they're your best friends probably, because if you know how to use them and to hear them, you can compose with them. And you can use them as instruments for ear training, basically. Okay. I think that pretty much, no, there are two that I did introduce, which is sus4. Okay, sus is just, that 4 instead of then you have sus2, which is like, okay, so this is so much for who are they, okay? And then there is a way of studying it. I mean, this is like, basically, it's like investing. You know that if you want to invest, okay, to get very rich and stuff, okay? I'm talking about money. Okay. It's not for us, for the musicians, but still, I'll mention. If you want to get richer, you have to invest. Okay, so the best way to do it is just to understand that music leads to music, just like supposedly money leads to money. I never experienced it, the other one, but I can tell you that music does work. Okay, that means that each and every chord or seventh chord that we just spoke about has, a melody, and that melody appears in songs. That means we use music knowledge, and we use music because that's like a hook that we can remember. Okay? So we'll go back here. We'll just close this guy, and we'll go here. This is us. Okay, so we see that, right?
Yep.
Are we connected sound-wise too?
I can do it. Can you? Okay. Fit was there.
Yep. No. What? Okay. Okay, 17 chords, okay? Okay, we'll use that. I have some other things to show you. We have until when, Livia?
150.
Yeah, 150.
That will be sufficient. Okay, so this is, in carry. That's what happens when you develop your ears, so don't overdo it. Okay? You might happen to become a movie star. Okay? Okay, 17. We just spoke about these guys. Flat 7, major 7, 6. Minor 7, the parallel series of minor triads with different, either 6 or 7, okay? That's the way it goes, okay? C, E, G, and either B, B flat, and A. Same goes, just, on a minor triad or diminished triad, and so on. Okay, best way to get familiar with music is music, okay? That's the idea, and it's Mr. Bean. It's been to no good, right? Okay, to each chord there is a unique melodic ID that can be memorized by associating it with a musical composition, okay? This is like, I know that people don't really teach it that way, but I know that, once you get into it, the chances that it will stick there and will become one with, okay, this is a major 7, I can hear it, I can hear the melody. Once you can hear the melody, it gets transformed also to an harmonic entity, okay? Because this is the same, it's just a different frequency, okay? Melody and harmony are the same, just, it's, just spread in a different way, okay? Just like melody and rhythm are the same, but, there are different elements in it, and so on, okay? It's also physical stuff. Okay, so we'll start with the 6, and the 6 here, maybe you know them. If you don't know the examples, I'll tell you what they are. Okay.
Day after day.
Okay, so this is a 6 chord played, okay, the foot on the hip, right, Paul doing the Beatles, okay, and this is another one, okay, maybe I should. Okay, that's Blood, Sweat and Tears. Let's do it again. When I Die, and When I Die, Blood, Sweat and Tears. Steve Katz is playing the harmonica, and it's actually an arpeggio of 6. Okay, it doesn't matter which 6 it is, as far as where the pitch is located. It doesn't matter, okay? Because we're talking about the melody. Okay? I know that it helped me a lot, because that's what I did. I tried to see, okay, what can I do? How can I remember these, okay? Besides of playing them on an harmonic instrument, such as guitar or piano, whatever, melody. So best is memorize it by songs. Okay, another one would be flat 7, okay? Dominant or not necessarily dominant, because one tonic blues is dominant sounding, but it's not really a dominant chord necessarily. Okay, it's not 5 of anything, or it's not like, special case dominant, like flat 7/7 or sub 5 or whatever, these are all dominant functions. So the 1/7 is a blues thing that is coming just from the pentatonic. Okay, African pentatonic, Afro-American, later, but the source is just, a major chord with a flat 7 that is coming from the blues. So you know this song. Okay. that's like, I mean, the sound. It's right there, okay? And one thing you cannot argue with is a melody. It's there. It's an absolute thing, okay? It's, you cannot argue. I mean, with the chord, sometimes is it what I hear? But this is like, that's it. It's just there, okay? It's a note, it's a four-way, not four-way technically, like four-way closed. It's a four-way phenomenon that has one, in this case, major third, perfect fifth, and flat seven. That's it, that's what it is, okay? Okay, major seven, that's Chicago, Color My World, okay? It's very nice, it's a ballad that everybody knows, at least my age, which is 170. And, this is like a classic. There are some other things, probably, updated, but this is just an example. You can find your own, because you just, okay, which song starts like this, okay? You'll find. Okay, this is just a principle that, that is being useful. Okay, this is, Spring is Here, okay? The standard starts with a wonderful, example of one diminished, okay? If we have like C, okay, C diminished with a major seven, can you just tell me what it is? Notes. Yeah. C diminished,
C.
diminished triad with a major seven.
E flat, G flat.
Okay, so it's C, E flat, G flat, and now let's take just, the upper three. What do we have there? Enharmonically, okay, different names. B, F sharp, and D sharp. What is it? It's a C, B, right? C in Hebrew, B in English. B, yeah, B over C, okay, that's what it is. It's a slash chord, okay? So we can also see it like that because there are some chords that are constructed in such a way that you'll find it if you look really seriously into impressionistic music. You'll find it, Ravel is using it all the time, and if you look forward, Scriabin, she's using it all the time too. Especially like Russian romantic late composers, they use it a lot. Okay. So, this is like a very, very unique chord that we want to know, okay? And this is, okay, this is where it's coming from. Okay, this is one of the, there were three brothers, Jones, right? So Jones, Edwin, and Hank.
Hank.
So this is Hank Jones, Spring is Here. This is like a feature of the song. This very chord, very tense, yet kind of sweet, bittersweet. Okay, -6. Miles Davis's Autumn Leaves intro. Oops. I will do this. Sorry about that.
אחד זה שמאלה.
אני פשוט לא רוצה לתת לי את זה. מה זה שמאלה?
פשוט על המקלדת.
Use the left arrow.
מה חצי?
Yep.
תראה לי. Thank you, Yuval.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's the whiz.
Yeah.
And he speaks Hebrew too.
סליחה, ימינה כאן.
זה הפוך. תודה. Thank you. Okay, so this is what we need. Okay. Kind of clumsy, you know, but very typical and, you know, mythical, because this is math. And this is a -6, okay? This is a good way to get it, okay? Because it's also, you know, the 6, the -6 is a Dorian phenomenon, okay? And people who improvise on minor, straight ahead stuff, I'm not talking about Ornette Coleman and, you know, and people, okay? Or Dolphy, okay? This is like out there, you know, really. People who play inside on a Dorian thing would emphasize the 6, because this is like, you know, typical, you know, specific note that if you're using it, that means that you're in Dorian, which means -1, okay? Okay. -7. This is Rocky Raccoon, we all know that, okay? From the White Album.
Rocky Raccoon.
Exactly. Rocky Raccoon, and this is like, you know, so typical of -7 with a 7 here. If you play guitar, it's the pinky thing.
Yeah.
Okay? You know. Everybody plays a little bit guitar, right? Major 7 flat 5. That's McCoy Tyner song. It's from the Real McCoy with Elvin and, you know, Joe Henderson, and this is from 4, 5 and 4, okay? So this is like the only example that I found for this specific one. Okay, now another, okay, we can skip that because doesn't matter. This is a good example of SAS that resolves into either major or minor, and these are songs that you know. Not really jazz, but, you know, it's urgent and foreigner, okay? Okay. This is a very, very typical of SAS, and this is SAS to minor. Okay, this is very typical, okay? Pop music uses a lot of SAS, but in such a way that it resolves. Jazz is using SAS in a very, you know, sustained way. It doesn't resolve. It's like a plateau, okay? Just you can run on it. For example, like, you know, so what? You know that specific chord is a quarter chord, could be named as SAS, sort of, okay? And there is also this example, which is MIDI, but you'll get it. Okay, this is you know, minor major. This is a very tense, you know, detective, you know, 007 or, you know, zillion other. This is like an iconic chord for that specific use. What makes it that? You know, tradition. Bernard Herrmann started it, and everyone else was copying it, including Mancini, Nino Rota. You know, this is like the film scoring department, which is fascinating. And if you check it out, I mean, you'll see that it's the same harmony, because it became a language within itself. Very Mahler, and, you know, a lot of, you know, people like Strauss, Mahler, that's like the model of this, you know, thinking, okay, this is another chord that you're going to identify. Okay, So what we have here is a major 7 with a sus, okay? Ba, 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 okay? If it's like in C, which it's not, it's like C, F, G, B, okay? So this is a super chord, as it says here. Major 7 sus 4 has been a super unique sound, okay? Okay. Now, some of the way of using these chords, okay? We can use them assorted, just, you know, as they come, with no system, functionally connected, or set in a row. Okay, so I have some examples for that. I want to do some other things, and we still have some time. Okay, so assorted would be, this is just an example. Okay, the way of working with this, okay? What you do is just, you write a bunch of chords like that with no specific order. It can be random, okay? And what you do is you train your ears that the very last note of each chord is a reference to the next one. You don't touch the piano, only in the end, okay? I mean, at first you can use the piano because you just want to make sure that you're doing the right thing, okay? But then just don't. Just, you know, believe in yourself, as we say. This is like, it's building some situation that you have to do it. You have to be focused, and this is like a huge practice for intervals, because this is what it is. I mean, we use the interval as a, you know, as means to be dependent on. Okay, that means that we have to do it, and that means that we lean on anything intervallic. Okay, so this is the assorted thing. So if I'm doing this like D, F, A, C, we have the C, and then the next one will be starting. I mean, no inversions. Okay, no inversions now. Everything is, you know, starting from the root. So from C to E, what's the interval? C and E. It's a 6, right? Minus 6, correct? So this is like, I mean, we cannot get rid of intervals. This is, you know, the thing. Everything is intervals. Remember what Einstein said? He said that, okay, in a way. Because, you know, I mean, everything is relative. Relative to what? To an interval. It could be time, it could be space, it could be, you know, rhythm, okay? In this case, it's just, you know, the distance between two notes. Okay? So this is assorted. This is one technique. Then functionally connected, this is what we do. We just take a tune off the real book, okay? Or whatever you want, okay? A bebop tune, parquet tune, solistic tune, it doesn't matter. And we just sing the arpeggios. We can do it up and down, we can do it up and up, up, down, 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 okay? But we'll have to do it sometime, okay? So this is like, it's all ups, and it's 2/5, so it's not, you know, it's not that bad. Okay. I mean, we can just invent it, or we can take a tune and practice, you know, any tune, okay? Tune that you know, and you know, you can do so many things. Now, set in a row gives you like atonal results. That I think that I'll better just look on it now. Okay, challenge me. You pick up, any chord that you want me to start with.
Say or play?
No, say.
Oh,
Just, pick one. There's many.
sharp 5,
Oh.
7 sharp 5. Oh,
Okay.
D,
D.
7 sharp 5.
Now the thing is that D7 sharp 5 with D, this is D. Okay. Okay. Now the thing is that this is okay. I find it. But I'm just using this now. Okay. This is where it's starting to be kind of. But everything is relative, just like Professor Einstein said. So this is a C. Okay, what is this? Okay, what is this? This is a C and it's a minor third, right? So this is E flat. Okay, and this is some funky chord. Once you hear the fourth, it's a sus. Okay? And then it has only either flat 7 or that's the Superman. But it's not, it's this. Okay? So we have E flat, A flat, B flat, and D flat. Okay, I'm moving onwards. It's not too far because I'm using some. But this is a D flat. This is a D flat, I'm sorry. D flat to. Okay, it's an E, right? Minor third. Forget about the previous one. Doesn't exist no longer. Okay, 6. Okay, and so on. This is like so much fun. Okay. Okay. This is D. Any guess? That's a guess, right? So that means D, F flat, C. Okay, this is finish with that. Now C goes to E, right? And I had this. Now, the thing is that the composite, structure, is absolutely atonal. Okay, the result is atonal, even though this soup contains only normal ingredients. Okay, but it's not really, because if I'm doing this, I'm going chamber, right? I'm going cereal. Another type of cereal that you eat. The type of cereal that you have to practice. Okay? So this is the set in a row, atonal, which is fun. Now some of these are functional, and we have time to talk about it. Some of them are functional. Okay, set in a row. And okay, this is like really a huge, thing that I've added, and this is like science to the bone. But I'll just give it to you. I'll just give you the essence of what's going on, because this is pretty much insane, in a good way, because music is like that. And okay, so I'm just giving you the motto: work hard and enjoy the results. And this is one thing that I usually do in the end, but I'll do it now.
That's all, folks.
Okay, that means that we are, done with that, and that's it. Okay. So Okay, remember what I just said about setting the roles but being functional, okay? Because this is not functional, for example, you know. It's not. But this is. Legit combination, okay. These are upper structures, okay? Now, upper structure, I mean, it's a big, you know, it's a big name. And I'm not sure whether you have reached that in harmony, but I'll tell you what it is, or if anybody wants to talk about it, feel free to tell me what it is, please.
Our upper structure is just, they're just chords, but inverted in the upper part of the chord. Like, I guess you could also do like rootless voicings, where it's like the same chord, but just inverted in an upper structure.
Okay. Anybody else? I mean, there are some, you know, different definitions. You know, it's okay. That's exactly what I'm, you know, trying to get, because there are some different ways of describing it. Sort of.
Yeah.
What?
Chords on chords.
Yeah, it's pretty much, yeah.
Chords on chords.
But I'll tell you what it is. It's very simple. I mean, we just saw like a bunch of, you know, that yellow table that they did, which is actually all of them. I just sat one night and I wrote everything because, you know, I needed to do it for a class that I'm teaching, which is harmony. So, you know, it has also examples of how it sounds, but I'll tell you what it is. Basically, when we talk about chord scales, right? These are not for improvising, please, okay? We're not improvising on chord scales so much. We can. It's good to know, but this is not what's going on. If you hear Charlie Parker, for example, he's playing phrases, okay? And these phrases came from Lester Young, and you know, and so on. I mean, people use the word licks sometimes. This is one thing that we have to study. You know, that's it. It's okay. It's like a chef, you know, must know recipes. Okay, that's the way he makes, you know, unbelievable, you know, carrot cakes or whatever. Okay, because he has the licks of doing this. So this is in the vocabulary of improvisation within the chord scales, but it's very specific and it's phrases. Because if you go now, you guys go to some country, okay, with foreign language, you will not carry with you a dictionary because this is like, you know, useless. You need sentences, okay? For example, you know, where is the, you know, Bahnhof? Okay, where is the train station, okay? Or do you have, you know, oatmeal, you know, milk, oat milk, right? Stuff like that is useful. So these are licks, just phrases, sentences, okay? But the thing is that the whole idea of dealing with chord scales is, you know, it's a different thing. It's not for improvising, it's for architecture. It's for arranging, it's for constructing, you know, harmonies, okay? The right way, because we have, for example, just give me one scale, any chord scale, just one of them.
D Dorian.
Dorian.
Yeah.
Okay, is this Dorian? In Dorian we have to verify, is it a 1 Dorian or a 2 Dorian? Because if it's a 1 Dorian, like this, it must have the 6. But if it's a 2 Dorian, okay, that means 2 in B flat, the 6 is in the void. Because you know, it's sticking out and it's supposedly non-functional. I mean, this is Berklee, by the way. Berklee harmony. Okay, so this is 1. Now, if we go and see, this is, so we can construct, if it's a Dorian 1, we can do this. We can just construct a D minor on top of the C. We know that. Okay, chord field, right? Now C minor. Now, what do we have here? We have the chord, and then we have tensions on top. We have tension 9, right? 11 or 4. And the 6, it's not 13, it's 6. 13 is dominant. Okay, now if we have a 2 Dorian, that means he's serving, B flat. So it's 1. This is upper structure that is built on the flat 7. So we have 7, 9, and 11. Okay? So we have 2 Dorians. One is for 2, and one is for tonic 1. This is the tonic 1. Sorry. I didn't do it. Okay. Another. Anybody else? Just any chord scale.
I have one question.
Sure.
Why did you pick that upper structure, for example, for Dorian 1? Couldn't you also use it from the 4, so without the 9? Just 11, 14? For example, what was there a reason you chose that?
Yeah, because I need to be tertiary. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? It's like if this is D, you're just going thirds. This is like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. This is like,
Yeah.
it's also corresponds with the, the overtone series.
Yeah.
So, but if you do the other one, which is this, you have a 6, and you need it. It's going to be on top. So you have 9, 11, and 6. You can invert it. Okay.
Yeah.
The idea is chords are made, either by thirds or fourths. It could be also fifths, but that's fourth. Okay, like violin. Okay, just another.
I'm so sorry. We're actually out of time because there's a
Oh,
class
no.
in here.
Yeah.
Next, so we have to clear the
Okay,
room.
so I'll just
Please come back.
I'll pack it up, okay?
Thank you so much.
Try to get your chord scales and split them into 2 chords. This is what we have to do. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Ta-da.